guys, welcome back to our channel. So for today's look, we decided to just do one makeup look because we know in our last video it was probably kind of hard to keep up with what we were doing since we were each doing our individual makeup looks. So we figured today it would just be on one of us, and so she's gonna do her makeup. She's gonna do my makeup. She's gonna do my makeup. Do her makeup. That's it. Yes. So I went to the drugstore the other day and I came across this Maybelline Fit Me Blush, which is what inspired me to want to do this look on her, which is like a very monochromatic fall look. So this is actually the final look, the completed look.
I love it.
So if you guys want to see what I did to create this look, then just keep watching. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is take this Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation in the shade Golden Beige and just apply this all over her face. This is a really beautiful foundation, especially for if you're doing any kind of photography or anything like that. So I definitely recommend this one. And I love that it has this little spatula applicator instead of nothing or a pump. I don't know, I just feel like it's just so much easier. Look how beautiful that was, and I barely put a lot of product, literally 2 dots on each cheek. And that's the
finish. You blend it for me.
Oh my god. How did you know?
Because I remember you put it on and then I didn't feel you blending.
This is why she's my other half, because I would have just left that like that the whole time. Alright, now this is the whole face finished.
Are you blending the sides too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you're good. No, you're blended. I wouldn't do that to you. Okay, I'm gonna go to concealer. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Sand. This is such a great drugstore concealer. It's really lightweight and has good coverage. You just definitely need to set it or else it will crease like crazy.
Because it's kind of dewy, I guess?
Yeah.
I don't know how to say
it's not a matte finish.
Yeah.
Because it's not dry, it's kind of liquidy.
Yeah. Which I guess is good, but...
Yeah, I mean it's really good. It's $5 or $6 or something like that. It's really good. I don't know, I personally really like it, but like I said, you definitely need to set it or else you're not gonna like it. Mm-hmm. I'm just gonna use the back side of the sponge just to blend. And then I'm going to go in with this MAC Studio Finish Concealer in NW25. And I'm just going to use this to conceal just around her nose and wherever other little things on the face. Since this is a little bit more thicker, drier consistency, so this is perfect for any face concealing that you want to do if you have any pimples or marks or anything like that. Definitely recommend a concealer like this one. It doesn't have to specifically be this one, but something with this kind of a consistency. Not something so liquidy, because you want to kind of have the most coverage without being cakey. So I'm just going to take a little bit on my finger and just dot this around her nose.
This is such an old school goodie.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Literally.
It's so nostalgic.
Yeah. It's just one of those products that's a staple. Because you can literally use it under your eyes if you were
I think I remember using it before under my eyes.
You can definitely use it under your eyes. It's not super dry I don't know, I can't even think of a super dry concealer.
One of those stick concealers or something like that.
So I'm just gonna leave it like that. You want to keep in mind less is always more with anything in life. And so the more that you build onto your face, the cakeier it's going to look. Mm-hmm. So just very minimal, whatever needs to be concealed, covered, go ahead and do that. But if it looks good, then just leave it. Because right now we're going to go back in with powder, so it's going to also provide a little bit more coverage. So I don't want to overdo it with the powder. I'm going to just set your eyes. Because I have this thing with concealer, I like to set it right away. Maybe just because for me, my eyes will crease really bad if I don't set them, like right away. So
Set?
yeah. you use more than that?
Yeah.
You use it on your sponge or on a brush?
On a brush usually.
Okay. And I literally just like pat this right in. I don't sweep it across. I know I see people like do that all the time. They're just like going in with their brush. I don't do that because I think like you're just disrupting your makeup. So I like to just pat it in as if you're using a finger or something, or like a sponge. I just pat it in very gently and apply it to wherever we applied the concealer. So you can see it just has like this beautiful natural finish. It doesn't look too matte or flat, but it's basically set, so you're good for the whole day.
Whole day. For the whole day.
Sometimes my words like don't come out right. I'm not a baker.
Me either. I'm not a baker either.
No, honestly, like I don't know. I know people like it and that's cool. For me personally, I don't think it's necessarily necessary. I don't think it's necessary.
No.
I feel like it just dries you out even more.
Yeah.
It just dries you out because like it's a powder, so it's gonna suck out all of that stuff, which is why it sets it, right? So for like in my mind, I'm like, I don't know. I don't think it's necessary. I like to just set it and forget it. So that's usually what I do.
I like that.
That's usually what I do. I will, however, bake like my face. Like if I'm going for like a full-on like highlight, contour, I want to be chiseled, snatched. You know what I'm saying? The eyes before doing the rest of the face. And so obviously we're doing like a fall inspired look. When I think of fall, I think of purple, cranberries. I think of a brown, orange, pumpkin, brown, like dusty, not dusty, rusty brown or rusty orange.
It could be
Rust, like just rust. Copper, like you guys know what I'm saying. So that's kind of what I had in mind today for her. I'm gonna go ahead and take this cream shadow from the palette and then over the lid. Okay. So then I'm gonna go in with a crease color, and I'm just gonna take this color in the palette. It's like a mauvey neutral tone. And I'm gonna go ahead and pop that into the crease with this big fluffy brush. This is an e.l.f. brush, it's my absolute favorite brush. And just going ahead and kind of windshield wiper motions as well as circular motions. So just really blending it into the outer color and blending it up and out. And then for the third color, I'm going to take this darker mauvey tone. It's actually kind of like more of like a purpley kind of a color. Just a little bit of this into the outer V of the eye and bringing that into the crease. I think these colors are perfect for any eye color, whether it's brown, green, blue, whatever. Honestly, it's gonna look beautiful on every single eye color. So we really like to keep that in mind whenever we do any makeup looks, just to make sure it's very universal so that it will look beautiful on everyone. And then lastly, I'm gonna go in with a brown tone. I'm just gonna use this one from the palette and pretty much going over the dark purple that I just put in, but mainly focusing this towards the lash line. This will kind of create more of a smoky effect. And the brown will kind of break up the purple tones and give some dimension to the eye. So that's pretty much it for the eyes. I am going to smoke out a little bit of her lower lash line using the exact colors. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is take this highlight shade. It's like a pinky pearlescent color from the palette, and I'm going to go ahead and pop that into the inner corner of the eye. I'm going to take a little bit of that second highlighter from the palette and just gonna go ahead and pop this right under the brow bone. Since we used a lot of matte shades on the lid, pretty much all of the shades were matte, I just like to add a little bit of highlight at the brow bone in the inner corner just to kind of make it pop. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with a brown pencil. This is by Essence. And I love this one because it's super, super creamy and it's easy to work with. But it doesn't like smudge all over the place. It stays right where you put it. So I'm going to go ahead and just create a small line at the upper lash line. And we're going to go ahead and smudge that out a little bit. So it doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to take this flat top brush and we're just going to go ahead and blend out. So what I do is I honestly just kind of like run the brush back and forth, especially at the edges, and just kind of diffuse out any edges. Corner of the eye, just to bring it in with the upper lash line. So before moving on to mascara, I'm actually going to just work on the rest of her face and finish up her face. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start out with a little bit of contour. And for contouring, I'm going to take my glove. I haven't used this in a while, but I was obsessed with it for like the longest time. It's the Tarte Don't Be Afraid to Dazzle palette. So it's a contour and highlight shade in one. And it just looks like this. So it's like a perfect matte, cool tone brown to contour with. So I'm just going to go ahead and pop this right underneath her cheekbones with an angled brush. Bringing this up the side of her face, at the temple, and along the hairline. I'm going to go in with some highlight. I'm just going to use the same Carli palette with those, the two highlight shades that we used. Applying at the top of the cheekbones and up the side of the forehead near the temples. On the bridge of the nose. Cupid's bow. I'm going to take this LA Girl lip liner. This is a natural cream. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply this all over the lip, filling it in slightly. For lipstick, I'm going to be using two Wet n Wild lipsticks. These are probably my favorite, like old school lipsticks. I literally have every single one of these, multiple of some shades. The first one that I'm going to go in with is Mochalicious, and it just looks like this. And I'm going to apply this all over the lip. Going in with another Wet n Wild lipstick. This is in the shade Bare It All. It's a very beautiful, nudie, peachy kind of a tone. And I'm going to just apply this right to the center of the lip. This is literally the start of the look. This is what inspired me to want to do this look on her. I went to CVS the other day and I picked up this Maybelline Fit Me Blush. It's in the shade Berry. It's a beautiful like winey berry tone, which is perfect for fall winter time. So I'm going to go ahead and just apply this to the cheeks. It's going to complement the eyes beautifully, and with the lips it's just going to pull everything all together. These blushes are super pigmented, so just a very light hand when applying. And I like to put most of the color at the top of the cheekbone and kind of bring it down. And do the same on the other side. And the final step is I'm going to go ahead and just spray her face with a little bit of MAC Fix Plus, just all over the face, very lightly. This will really help eliminate any powdery look or anything like that, since we did use a lot of powders. beautiful mauvey cranberry kind of a monochromatic look. Let's see what it looks like.
Ooh. Oh, wow, I really like that actually. So natural glowing. And I really like that foundation.
Like foundation, you guys definitely need to pick up. It's worth every single penny. It honestly performs just as well as like a high-end expensive foundation for a fraction of the price. It wears beautifully on the skin and it looks amazing in photography, videography, whatever you need it. So go and get it.
And it's super cheap.
Yeah,
So
it's like $6. Cannot go wrong. And
honestly, I think the blush is a really good buy also because you can always put that on your lid and do like an eyeshadow look with the blush. So
yeah. So if you guys did like this look, then give it a thumbs up. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys in our next one. We love you. Bye.